Good evening and welcome to Cohoes City School District Board of Education meeting today, June 11th. We call the meeting to order at 6:03 p.m. Emergency evacuation procedures. We have the two exits here on the side and the one in the middle that you came in, and we would just meet out front. If you could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Thank you. Can we please have a roll call?
Mr. Jackson.
Here.
Mrs. Snyder. Here. Gendron.
Here.
Mrs. Paradis.
Here.
Mr. Rose.
Here.
Mrs. Burwell.
Here.
Mrs. Giller.
I'm here. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Before we begin tonight, I'd like to take a moment to honor a valued member of our team, Mr. Jim Purcell, who recently passed away. Jim served as a maintenance mechanic here for many years. He was a dedicated employee, highly respected by his peers, known as a true Mr. Fix-It, and a true friend to those who knew him. So please join me now for a moment of silence to remember him. Thank you. Now, before we move on to our agenda, we also are here tonight to celebrate the very heart of our organization, our people. We have the privilege in honoring individuals whose work that is continuing to drive us towards progress, and also those with longstanding service and mentorship who have built who we are today. So we're here to celebrate both of our tenure recipients who are achieving significant milestones in their career, as well as our retirement candidates who are preparing to embark on a new chapter in their lives. Each of you individuals here have poured their talent and passion and time into our school community, building it to be the very foundation that we stand on today. Your contributions have made a real difference, and we are profoundly grateful that you've all chosen to be here in Cohoes. So I want to first congratulate everyone for their achievements tonight. I'm going to turn it over to Superintendent O'Shea for individual recognitions.
Thank you. So on our next slide, so first of all, we're going to recognize our retirees who are here, some who are here with us this evening, some who are not. The principals are going to come up and say a few words. Just really wish you the best in this exciting new phase. What a milestone, and I will miss you all tremendously. Thank you for all you have done for our students and our staff. First up, call Principal Tarlow up first, Cohoes High School.
We want to just acknowledge and give thanks and gratitude to Carolyn Tetro, who has been a support aide at the high school for many, many years. I dare say she was an aide when I was a student there, but I don't want to offend her and look accurate as I get older. But Carolyn is a true team player. She has done a variety of things for the school over the years. She was always at every sporting event that she could be at, school event, anything she could do to go above and beyond in her role. You could count on her to hold down the fort, whether it's quiet study. We weren't messing around with that pass system with Ms. Teacher. But she's a wonderful woman. We will miss her. And she's been a great contributor to this Cohoes school community for many, many years. So congratulations to Carolyn.
Cohoes Middle School. Principal Peterson.
Good evening, everyone. I want to say, first of all, that middle school is losing a combined total of 100 years of experience among 4 teachers, 2 teachers and 2 teaching assistants. One of whom is here today, so I'll start with her. Ms. Terry Gendra has been a teacher in the district for a whopping 33 years. I don't know how she did that, because that's almost as old as I am. But in all seriousness, I've only known Miss Gender for 4 months. And I tell you, I say this sincerely, that Miss Gender is one of those teachers I would hate to lose. She's a true Martinet. She's a disciplinarian. She does not accept any garbage. I listen to her every day on the radio. I see her in her classroom. And she does what she's expected to do, and she requires the kids to do what they are supposed to do. She does not take any excuses. So, Ms. Gender, it was a pleasure working with you, and I know the district is really going to lose a true asset. But I say this, you probably will find yourself going back into the profession like someone I.
They'll come up. We have just a little certificate for you. And you are more than welcome to say anything.
Oh. This is real. Seriously, I blinked and 33 years have gone by. I can't thank the Cohoes City School District enough, all of you, for this opportunity to spread my love for physical education. I hope that you understand that it is so important for our students to live physically active lives, and that hopefully is what I've imparted upon each and every one of you and all of the students that I have taught, some who are sitting at this table. And I was kind of when I started on the age of 15, right? But I thank you tremendously for the opportunities that I have been privileged to be a part of in the Cohoes City School District. And I am continuing at Russell Sage. I'm going to, because I can't stop. I love what I do. I'm going to be an assistant professor of physical education at Russell Sage full time. So, hopefully I will see them at Russell Sage. This isn't the last time they'll see me. So, thank you all.
Okay. Also on my list is Mr. Dan Gibson. Mr. Gibson is a physical education teacher here in the middle school and has been here for 26 years. So if you do the math, we're almost 60 already. He's not here tonight, but I can say this even behind his back, that Mr. Gibson is also a strong teacher. I call him old school. He really is old school. He reminds me of the teachers I had, though he's not as old as I am, the young guy. But he reminds me of the kind of teachers I had, very by the book person, no nonsense person. And again, I guess it probably rubbed off on Terry, or Terry rubbed off on him, because they both work together. Yeah, I know some people. But again, it was a pleasure working with Mr. Gibson, and I really wish him well in his retirement. And I'm going by the numbers. So the next person I have, having served 21 years in the district, is Miss Lynn Hunter. Miss Hunter works with some of the most vulnerable students we have in the building, the ones who probably would have been invisible if it weren't for her. I've seen how she works with them. She's a very nurturing, very kind person, very caring, and she takes her time with them, knowing that they are developmental disabled, some of them, and not as quick as others are, and she's a very patient person. She was made for that role. And she has been here for 21 years working with that population. I know that Mr. Quinn is going to miss her assistants working in his classroom, and those students are going to miss her dearly. She's a true professional. So congratulations. And my final person is Miss Terry Broomhead. Miss Broomhead has been here for 20 years. She's a teacher assistant, but I tell you this, and I would say it in front of her, if you were to go to any of her classes and watch her work, you would not know that she's a teacher assistant. She teaches. She has those students, working with them in small groups. I observed her, and it was one of the best observations I've ever seen a teacher assistant do anywhere, hands down. So she's a true professional and definitely someone the district is going to miss, but she has earned it after 20 years. So congratulations, Ms. Bloom. That was it for the middle school, fortunately, because we're losing 100 years, like I say, of experience. So congratulations.
For Harmony Health School, Mr. Perry, Principal Perry.
Thank you. All the retirements are tough, but this one's a really tough one. And this one kind of makes you a little bit upset because we're going to be losing so much talent. Chris Guarneri is the ultimate professional. She cares about her kids more than anybody I've ever met. It's such a joy to watch her teaching because I've learned more about reading, watching her over the years, over 15 years that I've known her. It's just a joy to watch her. She inspires the kids. She knows every single thing about every single kid that she teaches. She goes to our meetings and talks about them and knows them inside and out. Every single aspect of their education she knows. She's done a little bit of everything. She taught about 3 years in behavior development. Their lifespan of behavior development teachers about 4 years. She spent 4 years there and then came to the high school for a year and then Harmony is a reading teacher. We are, I'm happy but sad. I'm happy that she's finally getting to be able to go. She's actually, I'm amazed you found this picture because this is where she's moving. She's pretty much, I'm out. You know it or not, but she was a bar owner as well. She had bar quarters and she's out of there too. So I'm off. But I do have to ask you, Ms. O'Shea, if I can pay her to every year build my schedule because she has the brain that she can look at the schedule. Mr. Van Dyke and I, we look at that thing and say, oh, how do we put these things in? Chris looks at it, that thing, and she'll rock it right out. So she's a phenomenal person, a phenomenal educator. I wish her the best of luck, all of us.
Thanks.
Thanks. Would you like to say anything or let them know where that picture is?
So we can come visit?
I'm moving, I'm in the process of buying a place in Costa Rica, so I'm moving in September.
Wow.
But I've loved every minute that I've worked in this district. I did not think I'd get emotional at all. I've not been emotional until this moment. I love these kids. I love our families. I love all the people that I've worked with. And I plan on taking everything that I've learned here and just continuing working with kids when I'm down in Central America. That's the plan. So thank you so
I
much.
know.
Great.
Good.
Stacy, would you mind speaking briefly about Will?
Will, so Will retired from the district last month and worked for us for more than 10 years. He was a key member of our maintenance staff. He was an expert in HVAC, so we've got some catching up to do there. And we certainly will miss Will and his expertise, and but we're grateful that he was able to retire and enjoy his time with his wife and his puppies who are his babies. So, thank you all.
And then Mary Rumsey, I don't know, Mr. Perry, who, do you want to talk a little bit about Mary, followed by me? or-
It was another big incident. She, I've been so fortunate with my secretaries because they seem to get there before I get there, which is amazing, because I get there, I get there at 7:05, 6:45. She's there, she was always there. She was the type of secretary who thought about things before I thought about them. So that's what we want. And that's the type of person she was, there she is. I'm sorry that they stole her away from me. But it's true. She's well missed.
And I do want to echo, yes, you gave Mrs. Rumsey over graciously, I think, if I recall, but we, but I do also want to recognize Mary on her retirement and thank her for all her years of service. And she started out, I think, cafeteria aide and then an aide and then secretary.
See, no, you didn't know there was. That's what makes it great job.
I can tell you she did a great job bossing me around. I mean, it worked out fine.
I agree.
Okay, and again, congratulations to all of our retirees and thank you so much. And now to another milestone, our tenure recipients. And at first, I'm going to call up Principal Berg from Abram Lansing. And please,
I'll see that.
well, they're going to come stand up here when you're done.
No, this isn't about. I do want to say that Terry Bruman started. And I hired Terry and I'm there. So I have a pretty good eye on talent. They don't always stay with me, but the next people that we're going to talk about will. Because I know things about them. A few years ago, it was an interesting juxtaposition. Somebody was moving up from Florida and was going to take any jobs we could get. And at that point, our standard was breathing. So Ellen and I met each other. Ellen, you would say that. Since that time, we realized that Abram Lansing and Ellen could not survive without each other. Ellen and George has become a valuable part of our community. She's the matriarch of the fourth grade teachers. The other ones are 20. She's also newly elected, just finished her first year as a member of our leadership team and has become valuable in that part as well. So we are extremely lucky to have Ellen as a part of our team. She loves our kids and understands our kids. A very important part of our community. So Ellen, we are pleased that you are now an official forever part. And Sam Rosen, and if I can see it. Sam has suffered of a special ed teacher. I think she's been in a different position every year she's been in Lansing. And actually, we've also just recently advised her that she's taking on a new and different challenge next year. But in being in all the different grade levels that she's worked with, her enthusiasm, her professionalism, her dedication to her kids has encouraged every teacher that she's worked with to work in collaboration with her for the best of every student she's been involved with. This summer, she's taken on new and different
her. She's going to be taking on the ESL, extended school year classroom advanced study, which is a completely different experience for her. But she's been chatting with me and sharing her enthusiasm of taking that on as well. But she will come back this morning. So I'm pleased to have Sam as a part of our Cable Lansing community, knowing she's going to provide excellent leadership in the years to come. And
Mr. Perry, Harmony Hill.
Like I said before, the life expectancy of a behavior development from a teacher is 4 years. I guess the life expectancy of a TA in the behavior development room is 3, because she was there for 3 years. Michelle was in the behavior development room for 3 years, and now she's in functional skills, back and forth with functional skills, but now she's gone into functional skills. If you look for a teacher assistant, you want a Michelle Snyder. She is the ultimate, she's the silent one, but she's always gathering data about her kids. When I watch her go to her classroom, she knows a lot about every single one of her kids. And when she sits down with them one-on-one, she'll bring something up about them, It's a special relationship that she has with kids. It's a busy relationship, right? Because you never know what you're going to get. You never know if there's a chair coming at you. You don't know if you're going to have a great day, a good day or not. But Michelle's there. She is the ultimate professional. Michelle doesn't realize how good she is. Michelle, I've been wanting her to take the lead. I've been asking her to take the lead, but she just doesn't understand how good she is. And you know, we're happy to have her, we're lucky to have her, and we're going to wish her well in her functional skills new life that she has. And someday she's going to take that lead. I know she will. So congratulations.
Next up, Van Skyke Grade School Principal Chera.
Good evening. I'm here for Corinne Pignor, who is our school psychologist at Van Skyke Grade School. As many of you know, if you've been on the board for a number of years, up until 4 years ago, Van Skyke never had a full-time school psychologist at our building. We always shared, and we liked doing that. Always appreciated who we shared with, whether it was Harmony Hill or middle schools. But we didn't know what we were missing, having a full-time school psychologist in our building. So even though the school psychologists we shared would come down and they would do their professional job of the evaluations and meeting with parents and holding those meetings and did it wonderfully, we didn't know the other part we were missing by having a school psychologist in our building, which was the working with the peers, the classroom teachers, getting to know our students as Van Skyke students and her being the Van Skyke school psychologist. And our families to know that when they're working with her, when she has to call and make those phone calls or meet with them to talk about evaluations, they know that she is part of their community and part of our school. So what she has brought for us, the position that you gave us, has been absolutely outstanding for our community. And on top of all that, she has really immersed herself into our character ed and our PBIS committees, which adds so much to our environment at Van Skyke Grade School. So I am truly honored that she is at Van Skyke and a part of our Van Skyke family. Congratulations to Corinne.
And Cohoes Middle School, Dr. Peterson.
I just however, I don't know what Mark did with the dogs. We have the same initials, but I beg and I not is here. So the next person we have to discuss is Sandra Rogers. Sandra is a teacher in the middle school. And I had the opportunity to observe so many teachers this year, more than I expected coming in February, the end of February. But it was good that I was able to, because I was able to observe Sandra's lessons more than once, but unofficially. And I'm always impressed with the way she has that rapport with her students. I don't know if it was the subject matter that she was teaching the last time I was there. I actually excused myself midway, almost the end of it, because students were a little timid to ask their personal questions while I was there, don't know why. But she was able to teach her students some sensitive topics, and she was able to do it with a straight face. And I admired her for that. She has these students eating out of her hands. So she's a very personable person, and one that the students are really in touch with. She is going to be a tremendous asset to this district and to the middle school. So Sandra, wherever you are, congratulations. And though I'm leaving, I'm glad that the school is inheriting you. So congrats.
And Principal Tarlow.
So Dana Del Genio is our high school social worker, and the reason she's not here this evening is essentially the reason, one of many reasons that she's amazing, and it's because she's on a senior field trip down to the American Dream Hall and doing more than she's ever asked to do and volunteering out of the kindness to be with kids. Dana is quiet. She's a woman of few words, but she is a woman who supports kids fiercely, whether it's staying after school, making sure that there is closure on an important situation, taking the Positivity Project forward and making sure that over the summer, she has organized it all so it can be sent out and shared in advance so everyone feels comfortable and has time, whether it's coaching athletics, another passionate thing that she loves. And her card that she was dealt is that she's been in between other social workers. She's supposed to be the second social worker, and she's by herself. You never hear her complain. You forget that you're missing another social worker because she's such a hard worker and does everything that needs to be done. I still need a second social worker. She's just a fantastic young woman, and I think her, and I stole her from So I can't say enough about Dana. I'm excited to see what her future holds because she is just a wonderful all-around caring person and is really committed to the kids of Cohoes. So congratulations to Dana.
Thank you. So in a few minutes, we are going to mingle with you at a reception to recognize and honor you. Congratulations, all of the tenure recipients, and your future is bright. Our future is bright to be able to work with you. We're going to ask you to just please bear with us. It'll be a very brief meeting, just a very few items on the agenda. And then we're going to break. I promise it's going to be short. Thank you. The only update I have is that I wanted to give you all an update on the Yonder rollout. I did share this with you electronically, but on the week of June 23rd, we're going to be sending parent communication home about the Yonder pouches so that parents have it before the school year ends. At July 2nd, that'll be our code of conduct public hearing with updated language incorporated, and then our first read of the required student and personnel electronic device policy. Throughout the summer, I know the team has already had some Yonder trainings, but that will continue. We'll send additional parent communication. We've worked with the chief to prepare for a meeting on August 18th, a joint presentation, and we are reaching out to include parents from other schools who have implemented, so there will be a parent as well. This will be before freshman orientation, and then that will be spoken about a little bit more. And then throughout the summer, we'll also send a communication and update on the district website. Staff training is September 2nd, I believe. The first, is that the right day? The first full day of staff development. It's the first full day of staff development is the training when we're back to school. And then Mrs. Tarlow, the rollout will start the very first full week of school. Is that correct? That there'll be conversations and
We distribute all of the couches and go over all of the intricacies of that and how it's going to look for your first 2 days of school during grade level orientation meeting. And then we'll have a full rollout school-wide on that first full Monday, which I forget the date, but it's early in September.
and we have our letter ready to go, so I will share that with you as well. And as it says, we already have our yonder pouches, so we're ready.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I, for one, am very excited about the rollout, Mrs. Tarlow. Thank you so much for all your investigating into it and research and everything like that, and going to the other school systems. I actually had an interaction with a previous student recently that said, I can't believe that you're doing that, like, blah, 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 whatever. And I said, I have every faith that it's going to work out. I wish you were still in school because I want to get that phone away from you. But I absolutely have every faith that you will do what's right for the students. So thank you.
I totally agree with Sue. I had similar interaction
With previous students?
with a previous student who was appalled that we were doing this. And I said, I wish you were still in school so that you could learn to live without the phone.
Exactly.
So
thank you.
I do. I think it's a great move forward.
And just so you know, the middle and high school team have been working together every step of the way, and it's going to be a consistent approach. So,
Great.
that's all for me. Stacy, did you?
Just a couple quick ones. So we did have the results of our long-term borrowing, our bond. So we had 5 bids, which was very favorable. And we had budgeted for 4.5%, and it came in under 3.5%, which is fantastic news. So that's represents our strong financial standing. So that was great news. The next time we meet, we only have 1 meeting in June. So the next time we meet, I'll have recommendations to fund the reserves for the 24-25 school year. So you'll recall on the reserve plan, we're going to focus on TRS to get that funded as much as we can, and EBLAR. So you'll recall that the GASB standards were changing for the compensated absences. So I was waiting on what that was going to look like. So sick bank is a factor now, and it never has been before. So I'll need to calculate that and then make a recommendation for you. So expect that in July, that information. And then just a quick update on audits. So we did have MMB in. They did complete the first phase of the audit. So they were in at the end of May. So they conducted the internal controls testing. So that's all set. So they'll come back mid-August for the financials aspect of the audit. So they're here mid-May for a week. And then we'll have Michael Wolf's team back next week to conduct the risk assessment for 24-25. So we were behind. So he just finished up 23-24. So we're having him back to do 24-25. So we'll take care of that next week.
Great. Okay, so moving on to our agenda. Does the board have any discussion of agenda items? I just have one brief note before we approve the agenda. Item 7P was duplicated on here, so if we can just move the second P to a B, then I can just approve A through B. So second P under instructional, we'll move to V.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. Does the community have any discussion of agenda items? Hearing none. Can I just get a motion that the Board of Education adopt the following resolutions of the June 11th, 2025 agenda, 6A through K, 7A through V, 9A, and 10A through B?
I'll make a motion. I'll second it.
We have a roll call?
Mr. Jackson,
Yes.
Mrs. Snyder,
Yes.
Mrs. Gendron,
Yes.
Mrs. Paredes,
Yes.
Mr. Droz,
Yes.
Mrs. Burwell,
Yes.
Mrs. Geller.
Yes. Information and consideration, we just approved the Yankee Trails Agreement for the senior class trip to American Dream and the Wade Tours Agreement for the 5th grade class trip to Abram Lansing's, for Abram Lansing's to the Bronx Zoo. So thank you for that.
And I want to welcome Jessica Sesney to our team. She is a physical education teacher at Cohoes Middle School, and she's in the audience, and we're so thrilled to have you. If you could just up. Welcome.
Welcome.
And she's been here substituting, so
She hasn't run away yet. Is that what you're saying?
So she
Okay.
can stay.
Okay. Okay, so are there any comments from Board of Education members on anything not related to the agenda?
Yes, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Coach Blazinski and the entire Unified Basketball team. Had a huge showing, beating Shen in the finals a couple weeks ago at MVP Arena. And just watching that entire week, competition was incredible. Such a great showing. Real, true basketball with kids with and without disabilities on the same court. There's nothing better. But I also want to say, having popped in and out for games throughout the week, what a great showing we had from teachers, family members, and students there. So great job, Tigers, and several of you guys were in the audience as well. So thank you.
Great.
I just want to briefly talk about our safety meeting that we had. I do appreciate the collaboration that we have with the police department and the fire department. They were well represented at the meeting. The mayor was also there, and there were just a couple of things. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say about the collaboration with the mayor about the 250th anniversary that he's trying to get with the school district and our kids and stuff like that. But I just want to say that they really are there for our kids and they want our kids to succeed, and brought up a lot of different things about safety and how we can improve upon the safety. And it's really refreshing to hear that they're there for the kids and they really want to make sure that our kids are safe in school. They're going to be getting some more in-service training on different things that are happening, bomb threats, the whole computer fires, different things like that. But I really feel like they're on the pulse of what is happening with our kids right now. And they really want to make sure that our kids are safe. So I just want to give a shout out that I appreciate everybody that was there at the meeting and appreciate that they're all just there for the kids.
Great, thank you for the update. Anybody else have anything? I just briefly wanted to congratulate the middle school on a wonderful 8th grade dance. I heard it was, super spectacular, and also the mayor's office for opening up City Hall to allow for some pictures. It was a little bit of a rainy day, rainy start for the kids. They were a little disappointed. So, talking about that collaboration.
It was great pictures. Those pictures were beautiful. Oh my God.
So just wanted to say thank you to them for those items or for the 8th grade dance. Just to mention to the board, our reorg meeting will be the next meeting. In preparation for that, we would also like to establish our summer calendar. If you can please send your vacations. I think it'll be easier for us than providing dates. If you can just send dates that you're absolutely not available to board clerk, and we will try to get something together for that. Any questions from, or comments from the audience on anything not related to the agenda? Mr. Byrd?
Just very quickly, second. Tonight. Recognizing him, we retired, he's been an excellent part of staff. And we wish him well as he moves on.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Well, upcoming events. So we have many upcoming events, Science Symposium this week, Senior Car Parade, our Moving Up ceremonies, promotion, culminating with graduation. So very exciting end to this school year, and I know I'll see many of you at these events too.
Before we move on, this being the last meeting of the school year, just wanted to congratulate, having all of our administrators here, congratulate them for a successful year. I know that there are always ups and downs. We are so appreciative of your knowledge, your expertise, your leadership, and lots of busy things happening, but they're all happy things at the end of the year usually. So I hope you guys check our calendar, get out there, support our folks, our students. And just want to wish you all a really great next couple of weeks as we end out this school year. Dates for future meetings will be July 2nd, right here in the library at 6 p.m. At this time, we are going to take a brief recess at 6:44. We will return to open the meeting following that.
Yes.
Yes.
Mr.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Burwell. Schiller.
Thank you.
Okay, please join us for refreshments.
I'd like to call the meeting back to order at 6:56 p.m. Can I get a motion to enter into executive session at 6:56 p.m. to discuss matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation and the superintendent's evaluation?
I will make that.
I'll second it.
Mr. Jackson. Mrs. Snyder.
Yes.
Mrs. Gendron.
Yes.
Mrs. Paredes.
Yes.
Mr. Droz.
Yes.
Mrs. Burwell. Yes. Mrs. Geller.
Yes. We do not plan on reconvening after exec session. Thank you very much.